All right, before we talk about this disgusting bug right here, you can see it's got like a human-shaped face. Very gross. We first met them in season 1 when they first got on the island, and they pretty much can infect you and make you part of this Tensen aura. Forgot what it's called. Anyways, before we get into that, I just want to say RIP to the most cursed fucking pair, brother of sister, that were pretty much, lovers. Right here you can see they both died. They were both defeated. I kind of saw their defeat coming. I really do think they nerfed the Tensen. They don't want to kill off the MCs, now do they? So let's see, where are they here? Man, I swear to bejesus that they were right here, like somewhere around here. So this is where he kills them off, and then he places the peach next to the flower. I guess that's who they really are. They're just like inanimate objects or fruits, yeah, or plants. Yeah, no, plants. So just RIP to them. Want to give a last shout out to honestly, the most entertaining characters in this anime. They're the only ones that really resembled any humanity, despite their incestuous, upbringing. I don't know what the fuck, man. They're just cursed. But they had the most humanity because they did not want to use humans as their source of power. And I forgot what that power is called. Crucify me. I don't remember, right? I have really bad memory. But anyways, so this is what I really want to get into. This is what I really want to talk about. So here's the finally, this is the scene. Yeah, this is the scene I wanted to show you guys. RIP. To be fair, like, even though they were like incestuous, were they really brothers and sisters? Who knows? That can be argued that they really weren't. They were born together, but they could have like different parents. I don't know, man, because they're just a weird species altogether. And when you think about it, flowers pollinate other flowers, and that's what they are. They're just flowers. But anyway, so this is the topic I really wanted to get into, is that weird bug that you guys saw. Wow, my voice just got really deep. So should I just try talking like this? Will it get me more attention? I don't know. Not really what I necessarily. I don't really want to be mainstream. You know what I'm saying? I still want to be low key. And I appreciate everyone who's here right now. But yeah, these are the two brothers and sisters. So let's go back to the bugs. Where the bugs at? So here, okay, so the other Tensen, I don't know their name. I should really look them up, to be more concise and to be more professional here. But he was explaining how they were gonna release these ugly looking bugs. And so in my mind, my 200 IQ brain. 200 IQ brain. No, I mean, that's where I peak, right? I peak at 200, but it only lasts for like a second or two. Majority of the time I'm like 60 subpar IQ. So he's explaining that they're gonna release these nasty human face looking bugs into the actual world, like to the mainland, pretty much. And they will take over the world because they can fly a huge amount of distance and disperse. Yep, they will disperse. So when they bite you, like in season 1, we saw that one guy that reminds me of Kenpachi. He chopped off his arm to stop the venom from spreading and turning him into a full tree. That's what they pretty much turn you into. And this tree gives off their power, or whatever the fuck. Their Tao. I remembered what it's called. It's called Tao. So yeah, so they turn you into a tree in order to extract your Tao energy. Yes, thank God. Oh my God, I'm so happy I remembered. So you can see here is demonstrating. They poke you, and then inevitably you turn into some flower. So I'm thinking to myself, and if someone can please just give me the answer in the comments. I've been beating around the bush. Long story short, why can't they just release the fucking bugs? Just release them from their island. You know what I'm saying? They can just release them from their island, and they can fly. They can just fly to the mainland. Why don't they do this? Now, I know why humans can't leave. Because there's like, they got the monsters, roaming in the seas and stuff like that. But the skies, it seems to be clear as day. Well, as clear as they can get, you know, a little cloudy. But why don't they just do this? Is this just something that I'm just way too, like, I'm just too self-conscious about? Am I just too self-aware? Why don't they just release the bugs? Why do they have to go on a boat, go into the sea, go into the mainland, and release them? Why? Like, can someone please explain this? Why don't they just release them right now? Or let's say they're on the boat, and why don't they, and then just release them like halfway there? They, you know, they can just, or they can just start releasing them little by little, right? They don't have to open Pandora's box all the way and just let them all out at the same time. No, they can just like let one out as they're sailing through the ocean, and once they get to the mainland, like, they already released at least half, and then they just release the other half. Or why don't they just, like, you know, like, sail around the lands, and while they're sailing around, just start releasing the bugs, like, just, you know, so they can have a nice spread. Why like, can someone please explain to me, why do they have to be so linear about releasing the bugs? You can see here, you know, this this is an illusion. This is like a demonstration purpose from the Tencent that's explaining this, but their plan. So yeah, while I am poking holes in their plan, and I get it, but I can see the gist. But why don't they just do that? Why are they complicated? Look, they clearly can fly very far away and very high. So if someone, so yeah, I'm gonna just wrap this video up. Like, I just want answers as to why they can't just do that. Or am I just overthinking? Am I just overthinking this shit?